So for the number talk, the students will be given the square root of 4,320, and they will be asked to come up with different ways to simplify. So I'm going to show you a couple of different ways you might simplify. So the first thing students might notice is this number, 4,320, is divisible by 4. So if they divide by 4, that means they can write this as square root of 4 times 1080. Well, 1080 is also divisible by 4. So 4 again gives you 270. And so I know that 270 is divisible by 9 because there's a 27 in there. So hopefully they'll know that. The sum of the digits is 9, so that's one way you know it. So I can divide the 270 into 9 times 30. And so notice these decimal approximations are the same. That means you know all of these are right. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. Although they would want to take pictures of it or write it down. If they're doing these at the board, they would write them on the board. And so then I'm going to do 2 times 2 times 3, which is 12. So that means I have 12 square roots of 30. Now you may think, oh, I've got square root of 30. I should break that further down. There's got to be something in there, right? Well, there are a lot of numbers that go into 30, but none of those numbers are square numbers. So there's no way we can break that down any further. So this is simplest radical form. So this would be one method, and a student could come up and share this method with the class. Now, students may know that if they can divide by 4, generally speaking, another method would be go ahead and divide by 16. Because if you can divide by 4, 4 times 4 is 16. Maybe 16 goes in there. And then 16 times 4 is 64. So try 64, which is also a perfect square. And 64 does not work. So I know I could have started with 16 instead of starting with 4, and that would have saved me some time. Or they might have noticed 9 goes in there because the sum of the digits is 9. Well, 4 goes in there too, so that means 36 goes in there. So they could have started with 36 and saved themselves some time. And then 36 times 120, and then take that 120, that's divisible by 4, because 20 is divisible by 4. And so that's a different strategy. So again, you're looking for multiple strategies, 2 or 3 at least, for each one of these problems.